everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're continuing this story, still without Sayori. Everything is confusing to me, like everything is not the way it should be. And we're going for Yuri again to see what would happen if we didn't go for Sayori at the end. So, let's continue. Hi again, Mist. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. I just haven't ran away yet, Maka. It will be eventually, trust me. This may be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back to the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Jesus! Yuri, hi! Thanks for keeping your promise, Mist. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Why do you look bigger? Maybe I'm just tripping out. I don't know, but she looks bigger. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Yeah, you're like on an angle. What to heck? Why is Yuri so tall and why are you on an angle? What's happening? You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, Natsuki. What? Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. I assume that's what that says. Everything is glitched out! Is that what Monica is saying? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Oh yeah, I remember this. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm still confused on why everyone's like kind of on an angle. Like that's kinda... you can tell, right? I'm not like crazy, right? I'm sorry, Mist. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Oh. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Yuri, my baby! It's okay! No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? Why are you slowly going in an angle? I'm so confused. She's getting closer and she's going over to the right side. I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Thank you, Yuri! And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Why are you getting closer and closer? I'm so confused. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Did you guys notice how Yuri, flashed back? That's so strange. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh yay, now you're normal. You're normal distance. Thank you, Yuri. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. I hate accidental eye contact. Introvert problems. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... Why does... What? Yuri, why do you have derp eyes now? I'm so confused. Do you guys see those derp eyes? Her eye is flying off of her socket. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Okay, I'm glad your eye has gone back in place, Yuri. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well? I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. That's different. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. This is a different book. I would have remembered this. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. I hope you mean the book, Yuri. Not the thing about the limbs. Are you into cutting limbs? 'Cause I know you're into knives. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Mist? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. What the hell? See, the book before was about this girl that was like Yuri, and she was like shy or something. No, she was strong. I don't know, I forget. But it was about a girl. But Jesus, Yuri!
Then suddenly...
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I've lost interest. Maybe we should have went for Natsuki. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let books and writing fill my thoughts,
my whole body gets incredibly...
What? That said something. And what? What was that? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Oh my God, stop! Game, please, you're terrifying me. I don't expect the glitches. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read, because she's staring. It's not a particularly bad thing. I mean, I'm starting to think it's a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just
bathing in the feeling of your body.
What was that? Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, it's this scene again! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Sorry! I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. How? That's an expression I haven't seen on Yuri before. It made sense the other time because it was like a girl and like she is, I don't know, I forget most of it, but it was about a girl and it wasn't about limbs. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she said and all that. That's what you were talking about. Is Yuri a serial killer? Guys, you know that joke I said about serial killers are us? I think Yuri actively works there, and I'm concerned. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing. Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. This is really different. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. This is really different. What on earth was that about? Mist? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? What do you mean? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Do anything? No, nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Don't call me silly, I ain't silly, I'm serious. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just start without her. Why? Is that okay? No? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I don't have Yuri, so I guess Natsuki, but she's gonna hate it. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. She's not gonna like it. Where's the music? What the fudge? What was that?
Mist, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then just go home.
What? Harsh?
What do you expect me to believe, that you actually put effort into this? Do Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Oh. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each other their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I remember that one. That was one from before, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure we read that one.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I won't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I can set for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I shout my poem to next? I guess we can squeeze Maka into this episode. Hiya, Maka. Hi, Mist. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Where's Sayori? Tell me where she is. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mist. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Maka my poem. Great job, Mist! I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's 'cause I'm feeling sorrow for Sayori. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with lots of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Maka. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You're not good, but you're the president. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? This is different. The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I'm pretty sure that's a different poem. So, what do you think? It looks very freeform, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Maka's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, I guess we'll show our poem to Yuri next time. So I shall end this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you want, and stay tuned for the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club.